Faculties during the pandemic have resorted to online teaching sessions like the Zoom platform, the Google Meets, etc. to keep the teaching going. There has been a lot of inhibitions from faculty members, colleges on online format of teaching. However, this is also one important fact to be remembered that teaching styles differ in the online format. Faculties who've been used to having their own styles of teaching, their own cultures, influences in their teaching methodologies, where they have one-to-one contact, eye contact with their student, is something that's really missing in the online format. Learners' preferences to online and e-learning platforms also vary from student to student. So there are multiple number of challenges that online or the e-platform has had, that is the fear from the colleges, which is the bandwidth issue. How do I motivate the faculty members? How do we get the students engaged in the process? There has been a fear from the faculty members as well in terms of facing the camera. Faculties are here to say that this is not my cup of tea. And with the start of the pandemic, there was no choice but to start the online teaching format. But what is the solution to all this? The solution that we see is providing adequate training on pedagogy, which would help the faculty members to do their jobs very, very effectively. Now, the basic $1,000,000 question here is, do we go in the synchronous mode, which is live, or do we go to the asynchronous method, which is the recorded method of doing things? Now, what is this asynchronous method and why is that gaining so much of importance and significance in today's times? Asynchronous learning offers flexibility. It allows learners to have their own timelines for learning. Places where there are limited connectivity issues allows the students to download the sessions as per their own availability and the internet bandwidth available in the given town, city, location that they are located in. Asynchronous mode has also made it very, very essential for the creation of the content for the learners very much in advance, and the content has to be really enriched, engaged, quickly delivered to the students and with a quick understanding of the concepts that the teachers are trying to give. Now, what is the model that we adapted at Savitribai Phule Pune University? We had a learning management system where we put in our courses. There was documentation that was put in for all the courses along with the reading material, assessment pattern, evaluation pattern, and how the teaching would actually happen in each classroom. Tracking of the learners was being done. The education was being imparted using this particular system. I'll just explain you in a bit as to how we actually offered this whole system. What we really did is we wanted to ensure that there had to be access and inclusivity in whatever we do. And therefore, the thought was that it is just not for the urban colleges, it is equally true for semi-urban institutions as well as for the rural colleges. So, we covered a bandwidth of colleges from all the three locations. And what we went about doing is that we started getting into the aspect of how do we make faculty members versatile on the learning management system. And in the learning management system, there were compartments for each classroom for a teacher to teach as though they were in a brick and mortar kind of a format. And while they started understanding how to use an LMS, where there was a login for a teacher, there was a login for a student, there was tracking, monitoring of his attendance, there was tracking and monitoring of how the sessions were being taken by the student during the process. And of course, the last and the most important part was the evaluation and the assessment, which actually happened for the student community. But while we were doing so, we realized that this motivated the faculties to go a step further to ensure that they could actually go ahead and create a content. So, content creation process was initiated, a content training program which was given to all faculty members, and there was a standardization using the professional team members who actually helped the faculties to create a very beautiful kind of a content. And the training to the faculty members was also given how to face a camera and the support that we were able to give, also using the professional expertise, is the post production, which is supported by a set of experts and professionals in the field of the media industry. Thus, in this whole model, what is it that Savitribai Phule Pune University has been able to do? It has been able to sponsor this whole initiative. It actually provided technical assistance. It provided the academic techno assistance which was required, and thus a capacity building initiative which was taken up in the university. And least of the worries which everyone had was, how do I learn at my own pace? This is where we helped, supported the faculty members to learn slowly, gradually, to get into this whole online ecosystem. And this developed a nice, beautiful, innovative model where there were new methods of digital academics which we were able to create, asynchronous learning, and a very, very interactive method which is the need of the hour. And this helped boost a open learning kind of a system, and crowdsourcing of the content, which meant that we had the resource development which happened. And I am sure the same can get replicated in MUHS with the creation of the content which could be used locally at a local location by the faculty members to do their regular classes. At the same time, this method would also help in creation of master classes, and these master classes could be in specific areas by some of the iconic faculties in the state of Maharashtra who would do the sessions, and which could be taught simultaneously at multiple locations in multiple colleges in the state of Maharashtra. This is a huge kind of a benefit that this platform is able to bring on the table. And the method I feel that was used in Savitribai Phule Pune University is the same method that could be adapted in MUHS as well, where we could slowly and gradually get few of the medical colleges onboarded. We'll try and appoint some of the academic head coordinators to look into the whole concept of content creation, and a technical member from each of the college to help and support this. This could be helped and supported with the help of a learning management training program and a training on the content delivery express, which we now have mastered the art of creating the content, and which could be put on an LMS in as quick as 48 hours from the time we create the content. And this has done wonders at Savitribai Phule Pune University, and medical fraternity will be greatly benefited by this kind of an initiative, which will be able to give the students a live demo of their learning processes, where they will be able to use and see the animated formats of a lot of procedures, clinics, that will become handy for each one of them, and that too not just from their faculty members but from the best in class in the state of Maharashtra. I think this is going to be a great initiative of MUHS in terms of bringing online content into the regular teaching methods.